I'm so it's so much nicer to do lives in portrait mode. I'm sorry if you're watching this from your computer and we're forcing the portrait mode life on you, but when I'm trying to do like an instructional or stuff, it's just so easy for you to see like my face and what my hands are doing in a vertical screen setting as opposed to a landscape one. Landscapes get great when you're trying to watch a bunch of stuff at once. Like if you're watching like a gaming live or something like that, um, it's great. But otherwise, like portrait mode is better for instructionals, I think. Hey Kevin, how's it going? Good morning. Is it morning? I've had a lot of tea already. I just hopped off of a live from TikTok. And on TikTok, we just hang out and do hello, hello. And on TikTok, we just hang out and just chat. But on YouTube, we actually do stuff. Made it from TikTok. Hi, hello, good morning, good morning. Some people switched over from there, which is like the people who do, like Miles, are true MVPs because cross-platform switching is very difficult to get people to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing? Today, we are gonna do noodles for breakfast because I think that is something that people should get into more. We like to eat like, you know, pancakes or waffles. I love waffles. Like toasts and stuff, but in the United States, I don't think people ever realize that like a carb is a carb is a carb. And I don't know why my live keeps like, my phone keeps trying to go to sleep for some reason, and I'm trying to do my live. That's annoying. But as I was saying, yeah, we don't realize that a carb is a carb is a carb, and that there's no difference between bread and dumplings and noodles, and it all can be something that is good for you to have for breakfast. What do I eat in the morning every day? It really depends. I'm doing cardio later this afternoon. Probably do like a 2-hour walk and run. So for that, I want carbohydrates for energy, which noodles is one of my favorite sources for that. But you can still have like your breakfast elements in there too. I'm gonna put an egg on mine, and I'm gonna put some bacon in mine as well. Bacon and eggs and noodles for breakfast. Let's see, do I have bacon? I do have bacon. Ooh, I got a lot of bacon. I have a lot of bacon. Got a lot of bacon, and I don't need this much, but that's Costco for you. I'm about to play my Sunday basketball. Breakfast noodles may be my recovery. Hell yeah, it could be. French toast croque monsieur. Hell yes, sir. Yeah, that is a brunch. Everyone say good morning to Mochi. Hi, Mochi. You had cheese already, Miss Girl. I know. You had a slice of cheddar cheese as well as your whole breakfast, your normal breakfast. I know it's Sunday, but you know, we have to keep you healthy. You can't have too much cheese. Just because you know I'm doing a live stream and you know that people in the chat will ask me to feed you because you are very manipulative. Look at that face. Look at that face. How do you say no to this face? You can't. She knows that. Everyone's saying good morning to you. Thoughts on smoked fish, green onion omelet? I mean, I would try it. That sounds delicious. Oh, Dachshund mixed name. I love Dachshunds. YouTube didn't see the cheese in Mochi. She did. She's aware. She can tell that I switched. She can tell that I switched platforms. She's like, look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Don't give me that Puss in Boots face. she also heard this. So we're only gonna do a little bit. I should turn on the roasting oven. We're only gonna do a little bit of bacon because I'm only one person and I don't need to eat so much bacon. But we are still going to, what's the word? Demonstrate oven bacon today. Because bacon in the oven is superior. Actually, if we're gonna do oven bacon, then I might as well just cook all of this and keep the bacon in the fridge. Annie is saying here, what, did you just poot? I heard that. Did the first thing of cheese make you gassy? Yeah. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Yeah, okay. Hello. Massachusetts, people are saying good morning, good morning, good morning. Give her whatever she wants. We do. So, oven bacon is superior, so we're gonna demonstrate that today as well. It's gonna take a minute for the roasting oven here to warm up because I was not prepared. Perfect background for chess. I'm glad that you're hanging out with us. Washington State, hi there. It's kind of like wet, wet and dreary out here. It might be weather that you're used to. Okay, there we go. We would stack bacons on full sheets at my old work, and they always turned out perfect from our banquet functions. Yeah, and the best thing about it is, you know, cooked bacon keeps pretty well in the fridge. So it's always worth it. Like, even if you're by yourself, like, I will be cooking all of this because I know there will be, once my boyfriend gets home, he will eat it. He'll put it, they're good for sandwiches and they're good things to just have ready. They might be a little tempting to have in their house, but it's fine. Do I have any experience making noodles with fresh ground flour? Not fresh ground, but I've made handmade noodles. I've made handmade noodles with just regular flour before. I'm not sure if there's that much of a discernible difference. Although I also did hear that cooking bacon on a rack in the oven is good. I've never done that. Do you reheat it or do I use it as a cold cut? I would probably just use it as a cold cut. I would just put the cold cooked bacon on like a hot like toast for a sandwich or something. What are my thoughts for beginner cooks using my channel to learn? I mean, I don't think my food content is necessarily like for beginners, because I'm just not that good of a teacher, I don't think. There are certain steps that I take for granted as a professional that I just don't think about, that a lot of beginners will probably be like, hey, but what about this? That kind of thing. I think there are better cooking professionals that you can learn off of, but annoying. My phone goes to sleep while I'm on a live on YouTube. That's not good at all. I have to like consistently like touch the screen to stop it from going to sleep. I don't even know if are people still here? Oh, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. I think you need to change the timeout setting so it doesn't go to sleep. Well, the thing is, it never did that before. I don't know why it decided to do that now. I mean, there are some things on this app that is a little buggy. Go to the settings. I'm gonna see. There, woof. No, I'm at like 98% battery right now. If I play with the settings, it will like log off the phone, or it'll freeze the live. Do you prefer to cook? Oh, it depends. How fast I cook just depends on what like we require. I'm just making regular bacon. Maybe it's specifically for portrait. That could be it too. So if you see me keeping like tapping the phone, that's what I'm doing. What if I charge my phone while recording it? I'll try it. I think it might have been because it was plugged in when I started the live. That could have been a thing. But I'll try plugging it in and see what happens because like I'm gonna be over there anyway. Still, kind of an annoying bug to discover, but I will pass it on to YouTube and let them know. Maybe Mochi can tap on the phone for bacon and treats. Nice. Let's see. I think you should have to change your screen time settings before going on a live. The lock time settings are... Well, it's weird because it doesn't happen. It's never happened before when I did YouTube lives on a landscape. And I never had this problem on TikTok. I just got off of a live on TikTok and it has nothing to do with like the lock times. I think when you do a live, the app should automatically disable this, but I think some bug prevented YouTube from doing it. And now I have to like tap my screen every 30 seconds to stop it from going to sleep. Teach your dog to use your phone. Can we manage to fit all of the bacon on these 2 sheet trays? I think we can. There we go. We got it all. Please talk about The Big Brunch. Oh, The Big Brunch, the TV show? Hello. Hi there. Let's put this other thing of big. This is another thing. When you buy a Costco, you have to buy them in 2s. But luckily for me, I have a partner that absolutely loves bacon and has no problem eating that much. Although he does have high cholesterol, so we don't give him that much. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, let's see. How are we doing for you? Oven is still preheating, so let's just put these things over here for now. I think everyone, if you've got the space for it, a speed rack is the best thing that you can do for yourself in any kitchen, because speed racks are the best. Let's get some noodles now. Kung Food Market Studio. Yeah, that was the name of my place. We will use these broad noodles. It's called a speed rack or a sheet pan or a pan rack. Basically, it's just a rack that holds sheet pans of different sizes, and it's super versatile. I use it for pan storage. I also use it for dry goods storage, and I use it to like hold things. It's good for cooling things too. Let's see. So we've got two different kinds of broths that we can use to make breakfast noodles with. The first one we can use is a miso base, and the second one is a mensuyu base. Mensuyu is like an instant broth or sauce mix. It's very like sweet and umami, whereas like, you know, this is salty and umami. It really just depends on where you want to go with your day. I think I'm gonna go with a mensuyu base today. Obviously, you can make your own, but this stuff is really tasty. So I just like to put this directly into some like hot water, because like the point is for breakfast noodles is to make it as easy and as quick as you can. So you're getting your nutrition from the noodles, from the eggs, and from the bacon anyway. And making the broth, for in this case, I prioritize speed and convenience over like any other kind of work. What's my favorite part about hosting lives? I like talking to people, and I like teaching people stuff. Is that Bonito Mansu? Yes. So another thing is, this is vegan and this is not. So that's one thing you want to consider, because this is made of fish. It is not fishy. It's almost smoky. It's smoky and sweet in a way. No! I had to run to stop it. Maybe okay, let's try plugging it in. It's not as good as an angle or a vantage point, but maybe it will stop. All right, we'll see if it stops there. My phone's at 90% battery. Hey John, you use the new wave convection in my content. Any pros and cons from my experience? I've been thinking about getting one for the home. The pros of it is that it will provide you, if you're used to having a Western stove, like a GE or an LG or a KitchenAid or whatever, or a Viking, if you got money, stove at home, the new wave induction wok burner will give you a more authentic experience than any of those stoves can, whether they be gas or electric. The disadvantages to it is the fact that it is two times more expensive now than it was back when I bought him because of inflation. I bought that thing for like $110, and now it's like under $200. How do those burners work? Do you just place the pot and pan anywhere on it? Well, since we got some time, let me put this on, let me just like put this thing on keep warm so it's not so loud. Is this so loud? There we go. Okay. Actually, it should be on double warm. There we go. Oh yeah, let's go. We've got some time. I'll bring it over. So here we go. This is my induction wok burner. It is just a regular 110 plug, and you can see it's rounded on the bottom. Ah, it still does that. I still have to do this to stop it from going to sleep even when it's plugged in. This is a straight up bug. This is not me, this is YouTube. It's round bottom, so it can fit a round bottom wok, which I think I keep one in here. Yes, I did. I keep my wok in my oven because it's just the easiest way to dry it. But yeah, this is a regular Mandarin style wok. Mandarin means the handles. And did you say hee hee, round bottom? Yes, I did, round bottom. So this here fits right in. And the coils are concentrated at the bottom and they're super powerful. So this bottom here gets really, really hot and the sides are not as warm. So you actually have like that full and like authentic stir frying experience that you get on this that you wouldn't really get on any kind of like Western stove. So I do very much like it. And also this wok comes with this. Like, I know it's under $200 is a lot of money to spend. At least this is how much it costs in the US, but it comes with the wok. So there's that. They are not sponsored. They do not sponsor me, but I guarantee you I've sold more of these for them than anyone else. They should sponsor me. So yeah, that's for the person that asked that question. You're a hot bottom, yes. We appreciate bottoms here. Thank you for your service. I tried making congee for the first time watching your vids. It was surprisingly filling and delicious. I'm so glad you enjoy it. I love sharing like my culture that way. What is it made out of? It's carbon steel, so it will rust if you don't take care of it. But if you know how to take care of a cast iron pan, then you'll be fine. These are just so this is an all electric kitchen. So this is an induction hob, very high powered induction hob. It uses like a dryer burner. And these are just basic hot plates. They are high powered hot plates. So they do release some kind of like extra heat, but not as much as a gas burner. And this one is a higher powered simmering pot. And then this one is a lower powered simmering. So this one's hotter than this one. I like having these because even though I prefer using induction doesn't work with everything. So these will work with if I had copper pots, they would work with copper pots, but mostly I use clay pots and earthenware, and these will work with those perfectly fine. Also, they're super big, so like I can just do like a couple of these on this and do a couple of those on that. So it's very versatile, which is what I value as a cook more than anything else. The power comes up from this, and then sorry, it froze again and it cut out again. I really don't like that it does that. Nasi goreng, hell yes. That is like one of the best breakfasts. That's actually in one of my, nasi goreng is actually one of the recipes that I have, one of the traditional recipes I have in my cookbook. Yeah, you're welcome. So let's see where we're at now. Almost ready for the bacon. So we might as well just like we'll still Thank you for your service, bottoms. Those chains are dope. They're both from a company called Clocks and Colors. So you had that old stove custom converted. It's not an old stove. Actually, this one is technically obsolete, even though it's only 3 years old, because they have like a whole new line now. But yeah, Aga is a very high-end appliance company that like specializes in this design, and they've been, I think the company is over like, it's old. It's cast iron. It's recyclable. What kind of noodles will I be using? I will be using broad noodles because I have some backpacked here. Hold on. So it's Shaanxi style pole noodles. It's supposed to emulate Biangbiangmian, but it's not really. I just like them because they're fat and they're chewy. I like fat chewy noodles. Same goes with pasta. I love like lasagna pasta. And like I could just eat that with sauce. What was I doing next? Oh, I was gonna put the bacon in. We're gonna put the bacon in. We're pretty high. And while the bacon is baking, while the bacon bakes, we will do other stuff. Oh, we actually have some time. The pants are from Uniqlo. They are, I forgot what they're called. I think they're called the work pants. They're super comfy. They're like windproof, which is very helpful during the winter time here. And I can wear like sweatpants underneath these. They're so roomy. What else should we use? What else can we like prep? I want to do like some master stock shorts. Like some short videos for master stock today as well. I'm gonna braise short ribs and I'm gonna braise chicken wings. But that I have to like film separately. So let's do some like sweet potatoes as well. Or pumpkin. Ah, that's really good too. That's a tough decision. We'll do pumpkin, because I've got two of them. Should I do sweet potato or should I do Japanese pumpkin? Japanese sweet potato or Japanese pumpkin? For like, I'm gonna ask. And take it up to a vote. Yes, pumpkin. Yas. Yas, pumpkin. Pumpkin. Okay, cool. We'll do pumpkin. So, this is a kabocha squash, and kabocha is Japanese for pumpkin. So, funny enough, in Hong Kong and Australia, and even though they speak like they don't speak Japanese, they both call this just pumpkin over there. So in Australia, if you ask for a pumpkin, this is what they will give you. In America, we call it a kabocha squash, which translates to a pumpkin squash. Because we are just real kooky. There you go. Let's angle this in a way that makes it easy. Cutting board. Roasted kabocha is very delicious. I like roasting these with curry. This is a bone cleaver. This is normally used to, whoa, what's going on here? This is, sorry, what a little mishap. This is a bone cleaver, and this is normally used for, I should turn on a fan. This is normally used to chop like pork bones and chicken bones and stuff like that, but I tend to use it the most for splitting pumpkin and squash. So, because like these are hard, and I just like this tool for this purpose most. It's just like that. Easy. Good morning. Every time I do cook this a lot because it is my favorite squash. Squashes are healthy, nutritious, and these ones like are naturally sweet and delicious. So I don't really waste my time. Not gonna say I waste my time, but I don't really spend my time cooking anything else. I don't save the pumpkin seeds. I will, because I don't like. I always try. I want to be that person that like will cook and save the pumpkin seeds, but I never end up eating them. Because I just, yeah. Wish I were that person, but I am not. So I'm just gonna scrape these over in the sink right now. Although, I would like to grow some of these. I think if I had a garden, I totally would grow these. So we leave the skin on because I think the skin like has a greater amount of fiber in them, and when you cook them, especially if you like braise them. I just made breakfast blueberry pancakes and corned beef hash. That is delicious. I always save my pumpkin seeds and then throw them out 6 months later when I find they've spilled in the back of the cupboard. That is me. That is me, for sure. You guys, I don't know what you think you're doing. The one downside to kabocha squash is I think they're not good for dogs. Regular pumpkin is good for dogs. It actually helps them poop. But I think kabocha squash have something in here that is like mildly irritating to their stomachs, so I don't give it to them. But if I was making this with a regular pie pumpkin, I would like be lopping off pieces of this squash and giving it to the dogs for sure. Ooh. It's funny that I have dogs that are not scared of chopping noises. They just like hear this and they're like, oh, he's gonna drop something. Oops. No, you can't have, Mochi, you can't have that. Hey, you can't have that. You're not allowed. Sorry, girl. All right, so we've got some kabocha squash chopped up nicely. We're gonna get a pot. Ooh, the bacon smells nice. The bacon smells very nice. Now, where is this? I think I've done a meat. You know what? I've done a kabocha miso pumpkin soup before. So I'm gonna do it with Mensuyu instead. Which is easy because I just have to squeeze the bottle into some water in this. I do like the sounds of the chopping. Not gonna lie, even though you're using the pumpkin for breakfast, it's making me crave Filipino dish called pinakbet. I don't know what that's called. I feel like I've heard that before. I might have had it. If only smell-o-vision existed. If only. Cutting a whole pumpkin just for fast breakfast. What are you doing for a hard breakfast? Well, it was going to be a fast breakfast, but I got the ideas. That's not what that is. Yeah, I just decided to do this up because we have to wait for the bacon to cook anyway. So why not? I'll explain to you what the fast breakfast would have been once we get to that point. Because if it was gonna be like a fast breakfast, like it would be literally, I would pan fry some bacon, pan fry the eggs in the bacon grease, boil the noodles, squeeze a couple of drops into some hot water, put it all together and just eat it. It literally could take you, if you boil the noodles first and do everything else all at once, it could take you as long as it takes to boil noodles, and then you'll have breakfast pretty much immediately after. But it's Sunday. It's Sunday, and we can take our time, enjoy ourselves, we can hang out. There are 155 of you here. How's it going, everybody? We do deserve good breakfast on Sundays. See how we're doing with the bacon here. Hey, back up, buddy. I know you like bacon, but it's hot, okay? Now I just flip the tray just to get like some even cooking coverage. It's Monday for you now. Oh, you're up late. So what does it... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Melody. Melanie, sorry, not Melody, Melanie. So when my phone locks up, what happens to the live? Like, does it say we'll be right back? Or what does that... Yeah. What does it do? I'm curious. Loading circle, it just spins. Spinning circle. Oh, that's annoying, guys. I'm sorry about that. And that has nothing to do with, it has nothing to do with the connection. It's just, it just literally like, the phone just goes to sleep. You tried the mushroom tip and it was so, oh, yay, that makes me so happy. You know what makes me happy is also, I'm getting a lot of messages from my like chef friends, H. Wu and Jemson the Food God was like, I tried your mushroom thing and it's amazing. So when other cooks really like it, that makes me feel good too. Cause like we're teaching each other and we're helping each other. You can change your setting to phone pamag. If I do that, unfortunately, okay, you know what? It might be worth it. If only I could do that without ending the live, because I'd have to like close. I'd have to close the phone or leave the app, and I don't know what will happen if I do that for too long. We are still learning. We are still learning. I'll just do this for a while, so that every time you see me do this, is because I'm trying to make my phone not sleep. I'll have to remember to change it back when I'm not doing a live though, because my phone will die. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. So, we've got that pot of pumpkin going on. We've got... And I think what we'll do to keep things like versatile is I'll pretty much turn this into a pumpkin stock. And I'll use the stock here to separately, you know, I'll pour this into a bowl and I'll just put a couple of tablespoons into this for my breakfast noodles. Put the other one in. How are we doing for this guy? There. That is, all right. We're gonna have to do something about that. I don't know where did it cut off. Where did it cut off? You eat the skin after all boiled. Yes, you can eat the skin of cabbage squash after it's been cooked. And actually, we will put some of this in here because when you poach cabbage squash in this, it's a really nice flavor. I know I said we weren't going to, but just a little bit for flavor wise. Again, this is kind of like how I cook. This is like, unless I have a set menu or my process is all figured out, I'm very stream of consciousness cooking. Good and bad things. Making sure we got... That's good concentration right there. So, now that that's done, we can get ready everything else. And probably in the time that this bacon cooks, thoughts on pasta for breakfast? I say do it. If you love pasta, have it for breakfast. Because that sounds amazing to me. I don't think we're gonna need this. The fan might be a little loud, so we'll just go without it. I will open a window though. There we go. I can be cold. I'd rather the sound be better. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Pasta's I do love pasta. Ooh. Mac and cheese for breakfast is such like a day after Thanksgiving move. Oh no, I broke the egg yolk. It's okay. Where are the noodles? This is definitely gonna affect the replay value of this video, of this live. Where do you get your top? Looks comfy. Oh, it's from Amazon. It's just a tank top. Do I have any food allergies? I do not have any food allergies. How long will all that last? This will last me a week. This is like a week of soup for me. No need to answer, just cooking what's good seasoning for the eggs? My favorite seasoning for eggs is just a couple of drops of dark soy sauce. What type of stoves are these? These are hot plates, and that is an induction cooktop. We're just gonna flip this bacon so that it cooks evenly. So are the plates always hot? And what is that cover? The cover things are just to protect us from touching the plates when they're on. And the hot plates are made of iron. The spatula came with my electric grill. So I've got a grill that's electric and that I like to use sometimes. So come on, there we go. So while the noodles cook, how you guys doing? Let's see. When you can you cook bacon directly on the hot plates? I wouldn't. Just because like a non-stick pan or a skillet, I wouldn't cook bacon on a non-stick pan. I would cook it on a cast iron skillet. It's just easier to clean. Although this one is a lower temperature one. And the lower temperature one, I have this like silicone mat cover that goes on top of it. And I'll put like pancakes on this, or like sometimes I'll cook an egg directly on that, but the egg doesn't come out as nice. The egg from the pan is better. But pancakes on this are great. I see the sous vide in the back. What do you prefer using instead of, what do you prefer using that for instead of a stovetop or an oven? Braising. I love doing, like, I'll sometimes do, if I do like a chuck steak or a chuck roast, I love a chuck roast in a sous vide, and then like doing a fast sear after that. I love braised like short ribs or chicken wings, 24, like, and also when you like timing is an issue. So if I know I'm not gonna have a lot of time tomorrow for dinner, I'll do stuff in a sous vide like the day before and be like, it'll be ready when I need it. Yeah, pretty much I like to use it as a slow cooker. Also, like when I'm trying to do healthy food, cause like chicken breast is, yep, we're ready. Chicken breast in a sous vide is like the only way I'll ever eat chicken breast. It's so chewy. Do a little bit extra mensuyu in this broth. Let's like adjust it so y'all can see. There we go. So we've got like a pumpkin broth right now. We're just adding a few more drops of this to make it more concentrated, give it more flavor. Bring some couple of things of pumpkin in with it, maybe 1 or 2 pieces. Also not taking so long so that the foam doesn't cut out on me. This is the second batch of bacon. How are we doing on this? This might still need some time, but I've got some good bacon done already. Do you guys like chewy bacon or do you guys like crunchy bacon? I like both. I can appreciate both chewy and crunchy bacon. But I generally defer to crunchy. Crunchy, crunchy, crunchy. Thank you. Okay, we got some crispy bacon here. Oops. Depends on the application. That is fair. That is very, very fair. And these are my noodles for breakfast. Oh, you know what would be good on this too? Some slices of avocado. Whoops. Where's my knife? Oh, here we go. Chili oil, you right. You're a real one. This avocado is a couple of days old that I saved in a little Tupperware, so it's not gonna be perfect, but I'd rather have it unperfect than like waste. What's my favorite herb or spice? All of them. It's like saying it's like asking, I don't know, a musician what his favorite note is. I never want to choose. Because I think the beauty is being able to have access to all of them. Will you have a vegetable garden now that you're in a new house? Maybe someday. Unfortunately, I have a really big tree in my yard and it shades everything, so can't really. There's a little growth on that avocado. I will cut that piece off. Nebraska, good morning, good morning. Oop. Ah, it's fine. This would be a big breakfast, but thank goodness I'm going running today. Running is probably one of my favorite things to do as somebody who likes to eat. oil. And somebody was correct. Chili oil on a bit of bacon and on the eggs. But also on the eggs, just a touch of dark soy sauce. Is this coming out? There we go. And there we go. We got breakfast noodles. I am a fan. I don't know what it is about noodles. Maybe it's because it takes longer to eat. Oh, the bacon in the oven's fine. I'll smell it when it's ready. Man, bacon and chili oil is so good. If you haven't tried that combination, you totally should. Why'd I... Oh, man. $11 p.m. You know, breakfast for dinner is pretty good. You should try having breakfast for dinner. Especially like omelets for dinner. Omelets and rice for dinner actually is like something that I eat when I need to have a good night's sleep. There's something about the combination of a little bowl of rice and the fattiness and the protein that you get from eggs. I think it just puts my blood sugar levels at like such a good balance that I just sleep so well that night. Anytime I eat like a for my body size, 3 eggs omelet and like a cup of rice. Agreed. Breakfast for dinner is like fantastic. So if you've never tried like an omelet rice for dinner, try it. And like, I would be curious to know how you slept that night. Is this dinner for breakfast? No, I'd say this is breakfast because it's bacon and eggs and avocados. It's just the carb is different. These are wheat noodles. Egg and tomato is so good. Breakfast for dinner. You just can't eat too much of it. I think what you mean is the word rich. Not so much fatty. And I can see that with the bacon and the avocado. But it is in a pumpkin broth. And its pumpkin is actually like, the mensuyu and the pumpkin itself is a little bit tangy. So it does a really good job in balancing it. The broth is made of mensuyu, which is like a fish stock. but it's like not really. It's bonito, which is smoky and almost like fish bacon. If fish was bacon, it would be bonito, but it's not fatty. It's just smoky and rich. And then this kabocha squash that has been boiling in water. The second kind of bacon. It's done. There we go. And maybe I will give myself an extra one. Ooh, that's... I knew that would be hot. I'm not left-handed. I can't use chopsticks with this hand. Yoink. Ooh, crispy bacon on top of congee. That is a move. Oh my gosh. Right now the bacon is like just fresh out of the oven. So it hasn't reached like full crispiness yet, but that was kind of like a crispy, chewy moment, and I'm into it. You can't have any bacon, girl. That's not, no, you're not being sneaky. We can see you. Look at her. You've been caught. You have been caught. She doesn't like beg, but she hovers. I love dogs too. I love all dogs. Your cat is named Mochi? Is she squishy and sweet? Oh, huskies are so funny. Huskies have an amazing bacon egg and cheese bagel. That sounds delicious. But huskies are my favorite dogs to watch on TikTok. I would say shorts, but I never see anything really fun on shorts, unfortunately. But I love how sassy they are. I love it when they shout and yell, but also like because they do that, I love watching them on TikTok, but I don't ever want one for myself. I think this is hilarious, but I don't want to deal with it. A black cat named Bulba is amazing. Pet hamster. I saw also on, actually I think it was on Reels. Because for some reason, sometimes I'll like accidentally be watching Reels and not realize it and be like, oh, what am I doing? But there is this woman with a hamster named Hamantha. And she always gets into stuff, and she's like a fat hamster. And so she gets caught under like the door and stuff like that. So it's like this woman walking around with her camera, and like all you see is like this hamster butt stuck under the door, and she's like, Samantha, what are you doing? It is so funny. And like she just keeps saying the name over and over again. And Samantha is a great. Cat is a really great name for a hamster too. Calling hamsters are just like, you can't go wrong if you name them silly names. Cause like hamsters are just silly. It's really hard to eat avocado with chopsticks. I am learning. Somebody asked what the broth was. It's a broth made out of boiled pumpkin and a Japanese instant soup mix called mensuyu. Hamsters are silly. Me. Who's really dumb but fun to be around? Yes, they're kind of like the golden retrievers of the rodent world. You like meet a guy. If you meet a guy who like gives off like golden retriever energy, like, you know, that like innocent dude and who's kind of dumb but fun but friendly, and it's like, oh, this man is a golden retriever. I guess like the short version of that would be like, this man is a hamster. He gives hamster energy. I would pass away if somebody said that about me. If you want to humble a guy, just like listen to him speak for a while and be like, I'm getting hamster vibes. And just watch him just simply disappear. Like Thanos snapped him away. Just pieces. Dust. Defeated. If you want a picture of the bottle, you can actually get this on Amazon if you can't find it locally. Always support your local, like, Asian grocery stores. But I'll put this up for a few seconds so you can see what it looks like. 3, 2, 1. Screenshot that. And if you want this, you can get this too. 3, 2, 1. Now go off and find that and enjoy. It is one of my favorite little, like, quick and easy flavor hacks. Vietnamese pho. Oh, pho is delicious. I think you meant pho, which is it's spelled P-H-O. Unless you're talking about something different. I was just like, oh, I think this is like lo-fi remix of a Final Fantasy song. This might be like Final Fantasy X or 7. Maybe it's 7. Plot twist. This was just an ad placement for the... If I were... See, no. If I were that smart... If I were that smart, I'd be so much more... I would be way, way more wealthy than this. I wouldn't be cooking for myself if I was that good. slowed and reverb music. I'm not really sure I'm familiar with that genre. Eminem or Ice Spice? I don't know anything about Ice Spice. And Eminem has like kind of fallen out of, and I say this as a Detroiter, but like, I think he's fallen out of like relevance. He's still like, he's still a good storyteller, like good narrator. Like he's got great narrative, but I don't know. I think he's kind of failed to, but I guess that wouldn't be fair either, because it's not like any of the other rappers that he has come up with are exactly continuing and doing any kind of stuff, except possibly Jay-Z. And he would be nothing without Beyonce still. So like, in that whole era, like, people are asking like, oh, is Eminem, what do you think of Eminem? Like, he was great for his time, and he was definitely influential for his time, but what's Snoop Dogg doing? He's cooking with Martha Stewart and listening to her prison stories. What is Dr. Dre doing? Selling earphones. 50 Cent, he's still on that vitamin water money. Like, so I guess like comparing, although I will say him putting himself into the picture with when he was doing that like with that little tiff between him and Machine Gun Kelly, like he kind of forced himself back in as if, but nobody else in his age group really cares. They're just like, hey, we're just gonna be rich now, which is called retirement, and they're allowed to do that. Snoop Dogg is on that NFT scams. Yeah, I mean, they're celebrities now, and they can endorse what they want to endorse, and unfortunately, if you don't do research, you'll get burned. Do you plan with your meals and macros in mind? I do not. Obviously not. This is lots of fat in this, but I don't care. But you don't know what to use it for. Any tips? For fish sauce. So, fish sauce is really good in a marinade. If you want to do like a chicken marinade or like a fried chicken marinade, very, very good. You can also mix fish sauce with lime juice, like squeeze fresh lime. You have to have a fresh lime. A couple of drops of fish sauce, squeeze of lime juice, chop up some shallots and put that in there, and just a touch of sugar to like balance all out. And then it's like a dipping sauce, and that is really good for salads, especially if you make a steak salad. Very nice. Any new videos coming? Any new videos coming up? Yes. So next week, right now, unfortunately, we didn't have any new videos this week, but we'll be having like regular videos every week starting next week. And since, this is a small group, there's only 115 of you. So we can, you guys can look forward to, I used the kimchi that I made last time, and then I made a pot roast with it. I used the kimchi and I made a broth out of the kimchi, and then I put a roast in there. I cooked that in a pot, and it was excellent. It was so good that I decided to do it again and make a video on it. So kimchi jjigae pot roast. The next one, I think after that, is actually a kitchen tour video talking about like how I do an electric kitchen. Fried rice. I do a simple garlic fried rice in the induction wok just to show off how like easy it is in that thing. So it's also like a equipment demonstration. What else is coming? I did a vegan broth that is just as good as a meat broth. And with that broth, I turned it into both an oyster mushroom sauce base for braising bok choy in. And then on the other one, I made it into a tofu miso soup. And then I took and then a video after that, I made like a Chinese frittata with like Chinese sausage and, well, it's not Chinese. I think it's Asian frittata because there was also kimchi in there. I like pan-dried kimchi. It made the most beautiful frittata I'd ever made. So I reduced kimchi in a pan so that it became like red and pasty, and then I mixed it in with eggs and a whole bunch of other things. And the red from the kimchi turned my frittata gold. It is so pretty. Yeah, I'm very excited to share these things with you. And all of them, it's all been shot already. So we're just editing and trying to maintain a schedule at this point. For my vegan broth, Zelda, Final Fantasy, Animal Crossing. Yep. My go-to condiment, it really depends. So it's gonna be either chili oil or olive vegetable, which is in my fridge right now. And I actually did a short on olive vegetable. It's so good. It's from a Chinese ethnic group called Qiujiao people, of which my grandmother is. My grandmother is Qiujiao, and whereas, like, for example, my dad is Hong Kong Cantonese. My grandfather is Hong Kong Cantonese, as well as Shanghainese. I'm like a Chinese mutt. Like, there are so many different ethnic groups in Hong Kong or China in general, and like we're all just a little bit different. So, and we all have like different cultures and different foods and stuff like that. I'm very Americanized in the sense that I don't know very much about any of them. But what I do know, I put it all together. So it's kind of like me. You're pretty much the reason why I started watching. Well, thank you, Renegade. Where does my money actually come from? My money comes from TikTok brand deals. And to a more recent extent, YouTube, not YouTube. More to a recent extent, Instagram brand deals. So I've been a TikTok. I've only been like a YouTuber for like a year and a half. As a lot of you know, because I'm still pretty new here. But I've been a TikToker since the quarantine. And during quarantine, before that, I was a cook. And I just decided to start making videos. And I took that entire year of quarantine teaching myself how to film a video. And so, yeah, I got my first brand deal when I was still in quarantine, and I started like making money that way. And also, cost of living in Detroit is low. So this house, we gutted it and stuff, but we bought it while it was right beforehand. I will say, like, I didn't grow up poor by any means. Like, we were a really comfortable family. And I had the benefit, I will say, I had the benefit and privilege of a really good high school education when I was in Hong Kong. And I really solidly believe that, like, because I didn't really go to that great of a colleges, and I was madly ADHD. So, so my grades weren't very good. But I still learned a lot. And I think I still, like, developed a certain attitude towards, like, learning and how to be around other people that affected me for the rest of my life, that provided me like certain advantages socially for the rest of my life. You got the Korean vegan cookbook and wanted to make kimchi, but it's very hard to find Napa cabbage where I live. Do you have any suggestions for a replacement? We have other cabbages here. I think somebody said white cabbage is fine. It is fine. I'm not a kimchi expert. I use bok choy. They're actually related to Napa cabbage. That might be a fun thing to do. If you look up on Google or Wikipedia and stuff, and look up all the things that are related to Napa cabbage, and just use that instead. So bok choy is, I know that, pretty closely related to Napa cabbage, so that's why it seems to work pretty well. But you can use other cabbages too, because that's how you make sauerkraut. And so and sauerkraut's just like European kimchi. But they also make they make scallion kimchi, they make like garlic chive kimchi, radishes, turnips. You can cube those and make kimchi out of that. Daikon radish, yeah. Bok choy is, it is smoother, but it surprisingly stays crunchy. Mine was surprisingly crunchy. Ooh, cucumber kimchi is really good. You're right, that's a really good one. You said, somebody asked if being a YouTuber or influencer is hard. I wouldn't say it's easy. It's not, no, it is hard. Because you need a very varied skill set. You need to be a videographer, you need to be an editor, you need to have skills that you're actually like filming and stuff. You need to be a good writer, because if you're gonna get good brand deals, you have to write good copy. And copy is pretty much any kind of writing that you have. So like if you see somebody doing an Instagram ad or Instagram sponsored post, everything in their description, that's called copy. And so you have to be a good copywriter, because a lot of people write really cheesy shit in their like sponsored posts. A lot of you guys have been asking me about that's copy. And so that's bad copy. So like communicating in a way that is effective and that is genuine and that is honest is a skill. And so it is hard. That being said, I used to be a line cook. And that's hard. That is hard. That is hard. This job, for the amount of money that I make now, but this job is way easier on my body, on my mind, on my spirit. Like I don't really drink anymore now, but I used to back then. I used to drink way too much to like cope with how hard that working on the kitchen is. Yeah. So it is hard, but hard is relative, I should say. Any plans on visiting Hong Kong anytime soon? I was just there. I was just in Hong Kong, and when was I there? I was there in February, so I won't be back for a little while. Oh, this is good. Oh. And it's got like a few like drops of chili oil in there. And there's still 2 hours till the gym is open, so I have time to digest. It was great. Calling sauerkraut European kimchi made me giggle as a German. But isn't it fun? Yeah, it is funny. I thought it was funny. That's why I said it. Ever tried ramps? Yes. I don't really do ramps anymore because they are endangered in my area and are victim to like bad foraging practices because they're so popular. So I generally don't cook with ramps anymore. But garlic chives or Nira green are a great substitute. And not only are they a great substitute, but they're available year round and much cheaper. And you get a lot more for your your dollar. So excuse me. Oh, this is so good. Pumpkin, mentsuyu, bacon, chili oil is a winning flavor combination. Oof. What is my goal for 2023, if any? Well, I have a book coming out in September, so hopefully that will do well. I wrote a cookbook last year. I spent all of last year writing a cookbook. And you did, Boba Bean. We're wrapping up. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I wrote a book last year and it's gonna come out this fall. So seeing it, holding it in my hands is like a goal that I have for this year. And a whole lot more YouTube content. I wanna do at least 24 I'm glad I was able to catch that and ask best wishes for you and your book. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Happy Sunday, DJ JK. Amazing. Yeah, I want to release a lot more content on YouTube, both shorts and long form. How do you grow or strengthen your social battery? I do not know. And when somebody figures that out, I would like to know, because my social battery feels like it's like it used to be a battery for an iPhone 4. So I've got like a good 15 minutes. I got a good 15 minutes before I have to go and plug myself in my car. About all this new content. Miles, I appreciate you so much for like crossing over. Like we were with me for like another hour when we were on TikTok, and now you like hung out with me all day, all morning pretty much here. So appreciate you. Thank you. Hope the rest of your day is well, heading out. Thank you for motivating me to cook and eat this morning. Have a wonderful day. All of you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm gonna head out and do some cleaning and then digest and then do some cardio. We did have breakfast together and tea, and it was really nice. So cheers everybody, thank you so much, and I will see you hopefully soon.